A lot of the affirmations, aka confessions, that I'm about to share with you is what took me from being behind a wrench for months to getting me to current, to getting my car out from the mechanics after it was there for months, from having dry months to profitable months. You can go back to the video where I shared about what God did when I was behind my rent, that whole story. You can go back to there. Welcome to Notes from Your Bestie. You are now in a bestie environment. We're gonna have real life conversations, be authentic, and share things that we go through every day, especially as women. I was deep in financial lack. Things weren't working out in my life. Basically, everything was going down south. And these specific Bible affirmations that I'm going to share with you is the very ones that I said to myself every single day. And these specific Bible affirmations changed my life and perspective. Say these affirmations every single day and see the things around you change. Come back to this video if you have to and say it with me, bestie. And even put it in the comments if you have to when you do it, and I will respond in agreement with you. There is so much noise out there, and there's a custom for us to think negative, imagine negative, and imagine what's to come in a negative way. Because it's the easiest thing to do. Use this as a weapon to protect your mind, to protect your peace, and get you into the right mind frame to get you where you need to be. There was one night where I was just worrying about my future, and I was reading the word and I found a scripture. And I know that everyone that always refers to the scripture always refers to the NIV version. But when I heard this version, it hit home, baby. It gave me a sense of peace, knowing that God was in control. Jeremiah 29:10-11. I'll show up and take care of you and bring you back home. I know what I'm doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you, not abandon you. Plans to give you the future you hope for. I've heard of this scripture as well. It's a popular one, but people usually share it in another version. And I recently heard it in the plain English version. And when I heard it, it just hit home. It brought this special comfort, and I hope it does for you too. God looks after me properly so that I never go short of anything that I need. You know about people that look after sheep all the time, called shepherds? Well, God looks at me like that. He is a good shepherd for me. God gives me a good place to rest, just like he gives a shepherd a good place to rest. A place where there is green grass for them to eat and clean water for them to drink. When I get tired, God makes me feel good and strong again. He leads me on the right track so that people know when he is good. You know, God is with me when I have trouble too. Sometimes I have a lot of trouble and I feel like I'm walking in a really dark valley and something might kill me, but even then, God is with me. I will not be frightened at that time. I know that God is stopping my enemies from hurting me. Just like a shepherd uses his stick and stops wild dogs from hurting his sheep. When I remember he does that, I feel safe. God does good things for me, even when people are giving me trouble. And he makes my enemies watch him do good things for me. It is like I'm a visitor at his own house, and he cooks a big dinner for me, and I eat it. And I sit down and eat it. He makes my enemies watch me eat. It is like he fills my cup with good drinks right to the top. It is like he shows everyone that I'm his friend by putting olive oil on my head. I'm sure that God will always love me and be good to me all my life. And I will always be in God's house and respect him properly all my life. Psalms 23:1-6. I use the scripture especially when I wanted to remind myself that I had a rich daddy and I was a daughter of a king. It was a great reminder to remind myself that God could take care of all my needs. It was this very revelation that God was full of abundance. He created the houses. He basically created everything that you walk on. Everything that you see was created by him. Once I put this all together and this orchestration together, that's when I realized that there was really nothing, absolutely nothing to ever worry about. He is the God that made the world and everything in it. Since he is Lord of heaven and earth, he doesn't live in a man-made temple. Human hands can't serve his needs, for he has no needs. He himself gives life and breath to everything and satisfies every need. Acts 17:24-26, NLT. Every time you feel worry coming upon you and your mind is going in different places and it's trying to come up with solutions, come back to this video. Write it down, put it in your phone. Like, there's no excuses not to have them on hand. Recite these scriptures over and over again until it puts your mind at rest. The truth is, it's very hard to move forward when your mind is in a state of worry and anxiety. It's hard to think of solutions when you are in that state. Your mind has to be in a state of peace. It has to be in a place where you feel safe for you to be productive. Okay, besties, as you know, this is a bestie environment. Which of the 3 scriptures are you going to use on a daily basis to keep you on track?